What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Slackers, bringing you guys our next matchup in the Everyone Is Here tournament. So if you haven't seen it before, you know, it's simple stuff by now. Most of us have. But, you know, 100 characters put into a tournament each day on the channel, except Sundays. I upload one of the matches from the tournament. We'll talk about the two characters, and then we'll vote for one of the two down in the comments. So, yeah, voting's a part of the overall rules. But quick plug before we jump into the rules. Got a Discord. If you feel like you want to join it, go ahead. Link in the description. Get the community together on the weekends. We actually play Smash Bros. You guys can fight my raid bosses. Eventually, I'll fight yours. We'll just have fun times. You know, that's what we do. So Discord, you're interested? Link in the description. Check it out. But yeah, so let me throw up all the rules on screen for this tournament. All right, you guys can see the rules. They're very straightforward. You know, first one, yeah. This whole tournament is just for enjoyment. That's pretty much plain and simple. That's how this works. Yeah, I know it seems like a weird rule, but it has to be a rule just to keep in mind. Vote for who you personally want between the two characters, not who's necessarily more likely. All right, so that's why it's for enjoyment purposes. That's what this is for. So, yeah, that's why rule number 1 is a rule. But rule 2 and the rest of them here, do remember you only get 1 vote per person. How do you vote? That's simple. Down in the comments, you type the character that you're voting for. You type their name in the comment section. Just say, I vote for such and such. That's how you vote. Simple stuff. You are allowed to vote for both characters if you happen to really like both characters, or you just, I don't know, if you're just having a difficult time deciding who to vote for. You can vote for both by simply typing the word both. Totally fine. But yeah, 1 vote per person. The rest of the rules, though, for the tournament, it's a double elimination tournament, meaning any character has to lose 2 times total before they get officially eliminated. Once we get to the results for each matchup to determine winner and loser, if there happens to be a tie in the voting, well, we'll just flip a coin on camera. It's the fairest way to break a tie, and then, yeah, that's how that works. So, yeah, and then matches, voting-wise, forgot about this one. Each matchup only lasts for 1 week to get your votes in, so you got 7 days from when the episode gets uploaded. You have 7 days to get your votes in. Otherwise, they just don't count. But that is going to be it for the rules. So let's just jump forward into the rest of the tournament, shall we? All right, so we're back in the loser bracket, so somebody's getting eliminated today. And we had an interesting-ish matchup last week, and the results are for Frisk from Undertale, and her opponent was Frank West from the Dead Rising series, and ultimately, where is it? Up here. There we go. Frank West ended up winning this one, 27 votes to just 15 for Frisk, so that means Frisk, second loss. Frisk is done. Sorry, Frisk. But congrats to Frank West. Moves on for at least 1 more match. Because again, loser bracket. If you're in the loser bracket, you already have 1 loss. So Frank West gets the task of the next matchup to face Bandana Waddle Dee. But that's a different matchup for a different day. That'll come up in a week or 2 or something. Yeah, but anyway, that's the result. So we'll go straight down to the matchup for the day. And we have a pretty good matchup today. I like this one. I should say I'd like one of the characters' chances way more than I do the other. But for reasons, and I'll get into it. So the matchup today, though, is Dr. Eggman from the Sonic series. Yes, the villain. Please, can we get a villain? Please, can we get a villain? But his opponent, Hat Kid from Hat in Time. So another indie character is back today, so we'll see how Hat Kid fares in the matchup. But let's jump into it. So Eggman, first up, I love Eggman. I love the Sonic series. And this is something that I always throw out there because I truly believe it, and it's a lot of people feel the same way. Sonic series has been the longest running, repeated, third-party represented. That was so weird. It's been in the most consecutive Smash Bros. Games with a playable character from its series. That being Sonic, Brawl, Wii U, 3DS, and now Ultimate, and it's like, how does the Sonic series, Nintendo and Sega work very well together, very well together. How does the Sonic series still only have 1 playable character? It's still that still baffles me when I think about it. Like, we got all these third-party companies, which is fantastic because Smash Bros. Is a celebration of gaming. But Sonic, the series, there's so many iconic characters. Just because you're iconic, though, doesn't mean you're like guaranteed to make it into Smash Bros. I know that. I'm just saying, the series, though. with the background, the history that the Nintendo and Sega have as well. You know, it just kind of seems like, all right, it'd be a perfect fit. So anybody from the Sonic series, Shadow, Tails, Amy, Knuckles, Silver, somebody else, Dr. Eggman especially. Look, again, the whole point of Eggman, obviously, he's a villain. We didn't even get a villain in the first Fighters Pass. I was a tiny bit, like, it didn't spoil my day by any means. Like, I'm just like, oh, okay, those are the 5 characters we got. It's just something I'm hoping for. I'm not going to come up with some stupid, crazy theories and then convince myself that that's the way it goes, because, no. If you're the one that makes up a theory and then ultimately doesn't come true, you can't get mad at the people that are making the game. It's like, no, that's not how this works. You did it to yourself. So I don't come up with any stupid theories of my own. I just sit there and go, all right, this would be cool if this happened. That would be cool if that happened. Stuff like that. So Eggman would be phenomenal. A villain would be phenomenal. Please, Nintendo. I know you already picked it, but maybe they did pick a villain this time. I don't know. But anyway, Eggman, recognizable name. Again, Sonic series does deserve a second rep. Most of us would agree on that. I mean, like, nothing against Castlevania again, but I always use this as an example. Castlevania just got into Smash Bros. This time around on Smash Ultimate. They got Simon and Richter, and yet Sonic series still has Sonic. Come on. They're, like, Shadow's the easy option there for an Echo Fighter, at least. They couldn't even do that, but it's alright. Hey, Shadow's in the game still. He's an assist trophy. He could be upgraded, but let's focus on Eggman here for a second. So Eggman would be great for numerous things. Obviously, the villain thing, moveset potential. I think this is where you can go 2 different ways. I always mention this as well because that's just how I see it. You know, the boots on the ground. You know, the hand-to-hand sort of melee, sort of combat style. You know, punches and kicks and rolls and shoulder tackles and stuff like that. You could absolutely do that, no problem. It works. You could throw in a few little random gadgets in his movesets for potential neutral attacks, you know, neutral B, maybe a projectile of some sort, you know, something like that could make sense. Or you could put him in one of his inventions, flies around it, you know, like in the Sonic, you know, the original Sonic games, how he's always at the end of levels, he's always a boss, and he's in some sort of contraption. So something along the lines of that. He gets in the, you know, an Eggmobile, an egg, whatever it is. I think that would be a much cooler way to go. And maybe that could be his sort of like gimmicky kind of moveset, or his gimmick style. Because I think, again, that might be the direction that they'll take for the future DLC. Maybe not every character has a special gimmick. But if Eggman did, maybe there's a way that you could, I don't know, swap through, like, think of it like this. Maybe that doesn't work, but maybe it does. I don't know, I'll just throw it out there. Eggman starts in one Eggmobile, I'll dub it for now, and then once he loses the stock, he comes back and he reappears in a different Eggmobile, or maybe there's somehow you have an option to choose, or maybe you just get a bunch of them in the moveset somewhere. You know, side special could be his egg drill, you know, jumps into that and goes flying forwards or across the map. He's got stuff where he can hover around and fly and stuff. So, moveset is easy to come up with, but then again, so are a lot of characters, and by no means, again, that doesn't guarantee the characters like, alright, yep, that character's written in stone. Moveset's easy, alright, put him in Smash. I get it doesn't work like that, but it at least helps the cause. So, Eggman, great character. Like to see him in Smash someday. Like to see him, like to see him in Smash someday. Mainly the villain aspect. But let's talk about somebody who's not a villain. Hat Kid. So Hat Kid is another indie character. We just had one yesterday. Who was it yesterday? I don't even remember who was it yesterday. We have so many matches. Quote from Cave Story. So the big thing that we've been seeing with indie characters as of late with Smash Bros. Is they get the Mii costume deluxe treatment, where they really get a costume that is flat out their character. Maybe the moveset might not work because you got to work with what the Mii fighters have for their potential moveset, but maybe Hat Kid, in a degree, could be the same sort of deal with that, you know, since we already got Sans, we're getting Cuphead, in a week? I'm buying that. I can't wait. Cuphead looks like, could be kind of fun. I liked it. The costume is just, the costume was just so well made. It looks perfect. it's like if they can't really put his character in because it's like, all right, his character and the Mii costume would look exactly the same. So yeah, I'm just whatever. Focus on Hat Kid though. So Hat Kid, I think if Hat Kid has any chance, it's the Mii costume route. Easy. Got the top hat and you got like the little cape and the outfit, right? Easy outfit to come up with. And then you could adjust and customize the Mii to try to get the eyes to look a little bit better. Maybe the hair, whatever it might be. You could get it to work. Maybe the hair comes with the hat. That way you could have like the longer hair. It could work. I think they could get it to work if they sat down and gave it the deluxe Mii costume treatment. It could work, no problem. I fully believe that. But what do you do? What could you put her as? Maybe she's a Mii sword fighter. Yeah, right. She's a Mii sword fighter. I know, cause she's got such a interesting moveset. She's like, here's a couple things on screen. A few things. She's got a scooter. You can use that for a side special. She's got projectiles. She can brew spells. She's got the umbrella, and that's the only reason I would say maybe she could be a sword fighter, cause she has the umbrella. And, you know, instead of her, if she were to become a Mii costume, instead of giving her a sword, obviously you give her umbrella that she's always carrying around with her. So, I mean, like, fully, when you try to break down Hat Kid, and if you go, all right, what's the moveset potential, and you try to line it up with a Mii costume or a Mii specific fighter, none of them really work that well for Hat Kid. So I suppose if Hat Kid did get into Smash Bros, it would be more along the lines of she'd have to be her own unique fighter. But it's just, I don't know. Maybe it's just me on this one. I think there might be some other people that kind of feel the same way. Maybe me or Hat Kid. Maybe just indies in general. If they can't make them work as a Mii costume, maybe they might just kind of get overlooked this time. But I'm a firm believer. The next Smash game on the next Nintendo console, I think an indie fighter will be playable then. I don't think we're getting any indie characters as a actual character. We'll get Mii costumes, but not as an actual character themselves. That's not how I don't believe that. It kind of sucks because indie characters have so much potential. Whoever you want to go, Hat Kid, Quote, Shantae, Shovel Knight, Sans, Cuphead, just to name a few of them. You know, great potential. You know, the fan base that supports them is something that I always admire because a lot of them are very vocal. A lot of them are very respectful as well, which is great. They're not going down shoving their idea of this character down other people's throats saying, nah, this character has to happen because I like the character. I don't care if you like the character. It ultimately, it's up to Nintendo and Sakurai to decide, can they make it work? Is it good enough for their game where it's like, all right, we can make money off of it? Got to keep in mind, they're a business. They want to make money. Again, Smash Bros. Will print money, but maybe to casual fans that are on the fence about maybe buying an individual fighter pack or the entire thing, if they see quite a few characters that they're like, I don't even know who that is, I don't think I'm going to buy the whole fighter pass. And look, Nintendo, they'd probably want you to buy the fighter packs individually, but they would more likely, they'd rather have you buy the entire thing. They get their money and whatever. Business breakdown, who cares? Anyway, let's just go to the voting. This one's easy for me. Villains all day. It's the number one category of a character I want to see. I just want to see one. Just want to see one. So, maybe Eggman, maybe somebody else, maybe whatever. I don't know. I don't care. Give me a villain. I'll be happy. Waluigi, he's a villain. Sure. There you go. There's the villain theory. Waluigi's a villain. He's going to be in Smash Bros. It makes sense because I said it on the internet. So, there you go. But no, in all seriousness, though, Eggman, he's got my vote. So, let me know who you guys are voting for in the comments. Hat Kid, Eggman, or both. All are great options. That is it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. Tiny bit of a sneak peek for tomorrow. The matchup for tomorrow, one of the characters that was going around one of those theories. Yeah, I don't know why I put that in quotation. But it was a theory that, well, ultimately didn't come true. But Arlay from Puyo Puyo is back. She is a pretty, somewhat popular character. And I think her stock has somewhat been rising in the Smash community as of late. Thanks to the Daisy theory. I'll give you props for that. But Arlay is back tomorrow, and her opponent, the Hunter from Monster Hunter. So, yeah, Capcom, maybe they get another rep in the Fighter Pass Volume 2. We'll see. But yeah, that is going to be it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed as always, and hopefully we'll catch you guys on the next one. Oh, wait, sneak peek. Who's the results? I almost forgot to roll results. The matchup, the results we're getting tomorrow is going to be for Chun-Li, who's taking on Cosmos, whatever you want to say. But yeah, that is it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully we'll catch you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.